Mahatma Gandhi's views on nonviolent communication techniques. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed viewers, let me tell you this. Mahatma Gandhi was not just a political leader or a social reformer. He was a master of nonviolent communication techniques, deeply rooted in his philosophy of Satyagraha. You might be wondering, how did he navigate conflicts and achieve peace through his actions? Here's something you should know. Gandhi's views on nonviolent communication were not just about avoiding physical violence. They were a profound method to transform hearts and minds, creating a ripple effect of change across societies. In the early years of his activism, Gandhi faced numerous challenges, including imprisonment and violent opposition. Let me tell you this. One incident stands out vividly in history. During his imprisonment in South Africa, Gandhi was subjected to harsh treatment by white authorities. Instead of retaliating violently, he chose to communicate his grievances non-violently, advocating for better treatment and fair laws. He wrote letters, engaged in peaceful protests, and even fasted as a form of protest, all while maintaining his composure and dignity. Here's a personal anecdote that illustrates his resilience and commitment. One day, when he was imprisoned in a small cell with no windows, he asked his jailers if he could have a small window. They refused, saying it would be too dangerous. Gandhi then explained his need for sunlight, saying it was essential for his health. They agreed, and he used the window to write letters and receive visitors. This simple act demonstrated his ability to communicate effectively and creatively under duress. But Gandhi's nonviolent communication wasn't just about reacting to violence. It was a proactive strategy to address grievances constructively. In India, during the Salt March in 1930, he led a march of over 240 miles to the Arabian Sea, where he made salt illegally to protest against British taxes on salt. The Salt March was more than a protest. It was a call for justice and equality. By choosing to walk to the sea to make salt, Gandhi symbolized the strength of peaceful resistance. He believed that by engaging in nonviolent action, people could transform their own lives and communities. This act was not just about achieving a specific goal, but about inspiring others to follow suit. Here's a lesson from his life. Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." His journey towards the sea was not just a physical one. It was a metaphorical journey towards self-discovery and empowerment. Gandhi's methods of nonviolent communication were not just confined to protests and marches. They permeated every aspect of his life. He practiced what he preached, even in the face of adversity. For instance, during his imprisonment in 1942, he was placed in solitary confinement. Despite the harsh conditions, he continued to communicate his thoughts and ideas to other prisoners through letters and discussions. He used this time to meditate, read, and reflect on his beliefs, which further solidified his resolve. His ability to maintain composure and communicate his values effectively, even under such challenging circumstances, is a testament to his unwavering commitment to nonviolent communication. One of Gandhi's most influential teachings is the power of dialogue and understanding. He believed that true change came from deep conversations and mutual respect. He often said, "I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." This quote encapsulates his belief in free speech and the importance of hearing different perspectives. In a world where communication can often lead to misunderstandings and conflicts, Gandhi's approach offers a beacon of hope. It teaches us to listen actively, empathize, and seek common ground, rather than engaging in heated debates or confrontations. Gandhi's nonviolent communication techniques also emphasize the importance of active listening. He believed that communication was not just about speaking, but also about truly hearing the other person. During the Indian independence movement, Gandhi often held meetings with various leaders and community members. These meetings were not just forums for discussing strategies, they were spaces for genuine dialogue. He encouraged everyone to speak openly and honestly, and he listened attentively. This practice helped build trust and fostered unity among diverse groups. For example, during the Quit India movement, Gandhi organized mass meetings where he encouraged people to share their concerns and aspirations. By doing so, he created an environment where people felt heard and valued. This approach not only strengthened the movement, but also ensured that the voices of marginalized communities were included. Moreover, Gandhi's teachings on nonviolent communication included the use of symbols and rituals to convey messages peacefully. He understood that sometimes words alone were insufficient to drive home a point. During the Salt March, for instance, he used symbolic actions like walking barefoot on hot coals to highlight the suffering caused by unjust laws. Such acts of civil disobedience communicated his message without resorting to violence. Another example is his use of the spinning wheel, which became a symbol of self-reliance and economic freedom. By promoting traditional crafts and resisting British control over industries, he inspired people to engage in productive activities and resist oppression. Through these symbolic gestures, Gandhi conveyed his vision of a peaceful and equitable society without relying on force. In his interactions with opponents, Gandhi practiced forgiveness and reconciliation. He believed that conflict could be resolved through dialogue and understanding, rather than revenge or retaliation. During his trial for sedition in South Africa, he pleaded for leniency, emphasizing the importance of maintaining harmony. He argued that violence only perpetuated hatred and division, whereas nonviolence promoted unity and progress. This approach not only protected him from harsh punishments, but also earned him the respect of his critics. His willingness to forgive and move forward despite personal setbacks was a powerful example of nonviolent communication. Here's a poignant quote from Gandhi: "An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind." His message was clear. True strength lies in being able to forgive and reconcile, even when faced with injustice. Gandhi's influence extends far beyond his lifetime, inspiring countless individuals and movements around the globe. From Martin Luther King Jr.'s civil rights movement to Nelson Mandela's fight against apartheid, many have drawn inspiration from Gandhi's principles. His teachings on nonviolent communication continue to resonate because they offer a path to resolving conflicts and fostering peaceful coexistence. Today, we live in a world where conflicts seem to escalate at an alarming rate. However, by adopting Gandhi's methods, we can create a more harmonious and compassionate society. In conclusion, Mahatma Gandhi's views on nonviolent communication techniques were a revolutionary approach to addressing conflicts and achieving peace. Through his life's work, he demonstrated the power of effective communication, empathy, and mutual respect. His legacy continues to inspire us today, reminding us that true strength comes from within and that peaceful solutions can lead to lasting change. As we navigate our own challenges and conflicts, let us remember Gandhi's wisdom. To communicate non-violently is not just to avoid harm, it is to heal and transform. Let us strive to embody his spirit and contribute to a world where love and understanding prevail. Thank you.